Born in 1965 in Jua, FCT, his journey began at LEA Primary School. He navigated challenges to pursue education, earning diplomas and degrees from prestigious universities. A man from the Jua Emirate, his father was Indai Babankau Adamu, and his mother Hannatu Maimuna Adamu, both indigents of Abuja. Honorable Abdullahi Adamu Candido's personal triumphs are equally compelling, from the loss of his parents to excelling in education. He became a role model for Jua youths, providing that adversity can be overcome with determination.
Unfortunately, they left me at a very younger age because I was just in primary 1 and primary 2 when they passed on, right? So I didn't get that affection of who parents are. But to God be the glory, I was able to succumb all the challenges of life through the support of other uncles, aunties, brothers, and whatever. And here we are, right? And I can say vividly that these are who my parents are. And they did their best, of course. It's history now because I wouldn't know exactly what they did, but I later discovered that I don't have these parents. The parental support, I didn't get it. It affected me actually, but I continue to, keep pushing, and to God be the glory. At a point, I was almost giving up in education because that's why here, when you come to this community, they know me by the name Diko, the motor boy. Because it used to be when in school, while in the class, and the teacher would ask, what do you want to become? And then I would just say, well, me, I just wanted to end up as a car motor, as somebody who is just, what do they call them now? This Aburos, or motor boy, right? That was just my perception of what I just want to be. Because we have a senior brother who used to drive a truck. And he was one that used to come and see me, on weekends. So the only thing that I do know that could survive person is driving.
In 1989, Abdullahi, popularly called Candido, embarked on his professional career as an education assistant in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. Little did he know that this would be the starting point of his remarkable journey in the public sphere. With the advent of Nigeria's new political dispensation in 1999, Candido embraced the opportunity to be an active participant in shaping the future of his community.
Work with the FCDA as education assistant in the late 80s, and by 90s I resigned my appointment to now actively participate or start active politicking all in the Federal Capital Territory. By 1999 I was elected a councillor in charge or representing Jua Ward in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, and that took me for 2 terms, of course, from 1999 until 2003. By 2004, I became, after the 2 terms of councillorship, I was also made appointed as the council secretary of the same Abuja Municipal Area Council by the then administration of our Honorable Zafania Bitru Gisalo, who currently is the Minister of Special Duties in the Federation. Then, of course, after a little while, after serving as the council secretary, in between, I acted as the acting chairman of the area council for a brief period of like a month. That was when the chairman then and the vice chairman all traveled. I was appointed as the acting chairman before the tenure, we were able to leave government. Then, of course, after a while, I also left the public sector. I was on my own, doing a little business. I was into farming and other, menial job just to earn a living.
The merger of political parties formed the All Progressives Congress (APC), electing Honorable Adamu as the first interim chairman of APC for AMAC. Subsequently, he was elected Secretary of APC in the entire FCT. In 2016, he became the Executive Chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, leaving an indelible mark.
Before contesting to become the chairman of the area council, I was privileged. The party in FCT, I was privileged to be the first interim chairman of APC in Abuja Municipal Area Council, and then later the elected secretary of APC in the entire FCT. It was in between, that is from 2014-2015, after serving as the first elected secretary of the APC, I now ran, to become the party flag bearer for the area council election in 2016. And to God's be the glory, I was privileged by God to have been elected in 2016. And I served for a term of 2016 until 2019, then went again for a second term, and I got re-elected as the chairman of the area council from 2019 until 2022.
Throughout his 6-year tenure as the chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, Honorable Adamu Candido dedicated himself to serving the people. Innovations like the Amak Marshal for community policing fostered a safer environment. He also initiated educational projects like a school for the gifted in Orozo, reshaping Amak and leaving an enduring impact on Abuja's landscape.
We create a lot of things, a lot of innovations. One, in the history of this area council, this is the first time of all the 774 local governments in Nigeria, it was only Amak, and during my tenure, that we were able to come up with what is called Amak Microfinance Bank. For the first time. We were also able to introduce or innovate what we call Amak Investment and Property Development Company for the first time. And an area council is having a company. Just you have the FCDA, Abuja Investment, whatever. We also had it. I brought it. An innovative, skills. We were also able to have a small mouthpiece for the area council, which we call Amak. It's a radio station which was located in Karshi, right? For the first time, there has never been a local government that has a radio station, but I introduced it, and before we left, it was working. I innovated it, processed and got the license from the NBC, and we started operating. The purpose was just to enlighten the people, educate them, and then entertain them, all right, in their own local language. And before I left the office, that radio was there. And then, of course, for the first time, the now, talk about community policing under my watch. In 2016, after just 3 months in office, I came up with what is called Amak Marshal and Security Guards. All right? Went for it, got it licensed, and then trained, our young ones, well kitted, as, to provide community policing. What we did was just to identify people from every ward. We have 12 wards in Abuja Municipal Council, and we identify them. Everywhere we have about 40 youth, men and women, right? And then I synergized with the Nigerian police, DSS, and what have you, and then they train these young ones, right? And then one good thing is that people may not know, but I used to say it, that how do you fund them? Because they are not budgeted for. So what I did was, okay, in the area council, I came to realize that the first day of my stay in office, the first month, I was told that it's what they call security vote. And I asked, what is it for? So it's for security service, it's not accounted for, nobody audited it. And I discovered the security vote for the area council is 5 million naira every month. Unaudited, unaccounted. It means you can do anything with it. I was told in the state governors are giving up to 500 million. I don't know. But that was what I was told. This money is unaudited, unaccounted. I said, I don't need it. Okay, I don't need it. So that motivated me. So, okay, let me think of an outfit that we can sink this 5 million naira into. And then we'll be able to achieve two things: kill or reduce unemployment. And then, of course, after reducing unemployment, you are also able to provide food on the table of these young ones. And by the grace of God, 3 months into office as chairman of this area council, we were able to get license for this Amak Marshal, and we provided the service.
Notably, his emergence into politics was not a self-orchestrated endeavor. Each election he contested was spurred by the community's insistence, reflecting deep trust in his ability to lead.
One thing that goes for me is that I have never in my political career envisaged waking up after sleep to say, I want to contest for this office. I have never. Each time you see me running for office, it is people that agitate, ask me to go for it. For the councillorship, it is the community. The entire community said, hey, gentlemen, you are the one that we want you to run for election. I said no. I even have to nominate some people. They said no. And I ended up as a councillor. So it is the people's yearnings and aspiration that brought me to become a councillor. For the chairmanship, it is the same thing. The same people desire that I should go. When I was even saying, no, I've ended up being a politician, because that time I was almost thinking of going to pick up an appointment as a lecturer with the Niger State College, FCT College of Education. But unfortunately, people yearn for me and say, no, we don't want to go. Don't say you are leaving. We want you to contest election. I was saying, no, I don't want it. After all, I don't have money. But he said, no, it is not an issue of money. We want you to run. It is the same people who struggle, right, on their own, and made me to become the chairman of this area council. They brought their money. Okay, I don't have this money. But of course, maybe they checked and looked into our past antecedents and said, you are a good candidate for this office. It's now history. Their agitation has come to pass. And they know I didn't disappoint them. The 6th year was industrious. The 6th year tenure was not perfect, but was a good one. And to me, I'm proud because I didn't disappoint the people who stood for me to go for this chairmanship.
His leadership style, characterized by diligence and service, left an enduring impression. Even after his chairmanship, he was called to serve as demanded Secretary of Transportation in the FCT, a testament to his impactful contributions.
After my tenure of 6 years as council chairman, the then minister, the immediate past minister of transportation, Muhammad Bello, invited me to join his cabinet as the mandate secretary of transportation, FCT, and that took me a whole 9 months after May 29th of 2023. We rounded up the team together, and then I returned home. So vis-a-vis the service, political service and what have you, these are the little that I was privileged to have been, invited by God to serve the people of Abuja and the Area Council and the Federal Capital Territory.
Beyond politics, Honorable Adamu Candido distinguished himself as a talented writer, contributing to national discussions.
Unfortunately, I practiced as a journalist when I was not trained. It was just an interest. Martin Soloja is still living. He used to be the bureau chief of the Guardian newspaper. Mentored us into it, right? And then we used to provide like features. All right, I was doing it when I wasn't trained, but he now later guided us. Go and train. And that motivated me to apply and got admitted to Zaria.
A remarkable legacy is often accompanied by accolades. While he received numerous awards, those given by the community are especially cherished. The modest plaques, symbols of appreciation, embody an honor that fills him with immense happiness.
Sometimes, one good thing is that some awards were given as a result of appreciation for what you have been able to do for an organization or a community. In my own case, I received as many awards as possible, sincerely. I've lost count of how many awards I've been privileged to receive in the course of my service to the people of this area council. But some are, awards that I received that remain, as in my memory, as one that the community, I don't undermine the people, because if the people that you provide water for them and choose to come and say, okay, I want to come and award you, I feel happy, because for me, I felt it is even more important than the minister coming to shake me or my president coming to, give me a handshake, that the people you served, okay, you gave them good road, and they choose to say, we don't have anything to give you, sir. This is just a little plaque to appreciate you. That is a honor that I so hold in high esteem. I don't joke with it, and those are the ones that I always hang around me, because I feel these are really, an appreciation coming from the mind, right? There are so many awards that are just eye service, on which I don't take them. There are also even honorary degrees, right? I say my last qualification is just master degree, and I'm okay with that.
His family life was filled with simplicity, even while he served his people. At this point, we all know that no one lives on an island alone. Therefore, it is paramount for us to also reach out to his family and friends as they lend their voices.
I would like to describe my dad as he's intelligent, kind-hearted, humble, and simple, easygoing.
If I'm to say something about my dad, I don't think I will be able to finish today. But to wrap it up, my dad is a kind-hearted, a generous, a loyal, a peaceful, and a honest man. My dad has been my hero, and I pray and I hope to be half the man he is. My dad knows nothing about trouble. He is a peaceful person and a supportive, a loyal, and he has been our hero throughout our life. We love you, Daddy.
We love you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank Allah for giving me a dad like him, because I can't express, I really don't know how many words I should use on him, because there are a lot.
Somebody who has human feeling, and this is somebody who came from a very poor family, and he lost his parent while he was a child. But nevertheless, he has human feeling, more especially the orphans as well as widows. So he started by opening an organization. He named the organization the Memuna Foundation. And the Memuna is the name of his mother, who has passed away. And the organization is still on now. With this Memuna Foundation, he sponsored many of our children, from primary to secondary school, from secondary school to universities, despite he doesn't have money. Then people now say, what if this man has position in government? Somebody who cannot afford giving somebody 500,000 when you are nothing. And he has been doing that. Nobody knows where he's getting his money. I congratulate him for that. Then he now is, because he's somebody who doesn't struggle much. People always meet him to say, please come out and do this. He will now say no. Because even before he became a councillor, that is what happened. I nearly had a problem with him. There was even a time I met him, I said, come out and contest for the chairmanship. He said he doesn't have money. And when he joined politics, straight ahead, he was voted as a councillor. of your ward. In fact, when he contested, he has no problem at all because of what he has been doing to the community.
Abdullahi Adamu Candido. And the since he's our last born. Same mother. Abdullahi Adamu was born in Jua. Adamu lost his parents when he was a child. A child in the sense that the father died when he was in class 2. Well, our own mother died when he was in class 4. That time also I was in school. That was Sokoto. Yes. So, output that he got, only God knows. But being that he was built by God, God surely brought him out in that sufferness, making him to become like this today. That's where they say, after suffering, what will come after is enjoyment. When I finished my school, I quickly got married. Because then I was taking care of my brother. There was nobody to help him. He contested councillorship. He helped. He did well with his work. Nobody would cry that Candido cheated him. No. Now, contestant of chairman came. He did the first one, failed. The second one failed. The third one, it was people that were according to that. You should come and say no. People have suffered for me. I want to suffer for people now.
In his guidance to the local youths, he emphasized a pivotal message, urging indigenous youngsters that their future no longer solely resides in the fields. In the densely populated Abuja landscape, the absence of education might cast their tomorrow into uncertainty.
Particularly the indigenous young ones, that you don't have a future any longer in the farm if you don't go to school. I use the opportunity of that education summit to encourage them to go to school, no matter what is the situation. Because if they don't go to school tomorrow, the situation may be too bleak and the future may not be certain for them. Because Nigeria is already, FCT is already been overpopulated by other Nigerians. The indigenous have been swallowed on daily basis.
As he reflects on his journey, Candido envisions being remembered as someone who played his role.
For me particularly, I think I would love to be remembered as someone who came around and played his role. We may not actually be loved by everybody, but the issue is that you hold on to truth. Hold on to truth no matter what happens. For me, truth is something that I hold on so dearly. And if you hate me for that, so be it. But I will encourage everyone to hold on to truth, right? And if you have opportunity to serve, please serve the people with the best of your ability and with every sense of responsibility.
Abdullahi's narrative extends beyond the personal, reflecting the shared resilience of Jewish community. In the urban landscape of Abuja, Honorable Abdullahi Adamu Candido's journey echoes through time. A story of triumph, leadership, and imprinting a lasting legacy on the canvas of the Abuja Municipal Area Council. His influence spans over 2 decades, a heritage destined to endure for generations. With these accomplishments, he rightfully secures a place among Abuja's distinguished heroes.